Hello, magic casters of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 47th episode of our first level spell series. Quick disclaimer: this is not a video aimed at kids. Just please bear that in mind. That being said, today we are going to be taking a look at Hunter's Mark, which is oddly similar to the last video we did. In all honesty, at least for this series, Hunter's Mark is usable exclusively on the Ranger spell list. There are other ways to get it, but it's always going to be found on the Ranger spell list, and it is found in the Player's Handbook. That being said, this is essentially almost identical to Hex in a couple ways, only styled more towards the Ranger. There is a little bit of controversy over it as well, and I'll get into that later. That being said, let's take a look at its mechanics. The cast time is a very nice bonus action. The range is also a decent 90 feet. The duration is 1 hour, and it is a concentration spell, meaning you can only have one of these up at a time. The effect at a glance is as followed. Mark a target, you deal an extra die 6 damage to them, and you have advantage on perception and survival checks to find them. Upon the target's death, you can change the target of your choice as a bonus action. Really cool stuff. At higher levels, if you use a 3rd or 4th level spell slot, it lasts for 8 hours. And at 5th level or above, it lasts for 24, which is great. The components are just verbal, and in that way it is superior to Hex. And the school is Divination, which is an interesting thing. In any case, let's move on to the full description here. You choose a creature you can see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack, and you have advantage on any perception or survival check you make to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new target. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd or 4th level, you can maintain your concentration on the spell for up to 8 hours. When you use a spell slot of 5th level or higher, you can maintain your concentration on the spell for up to 24 hours. My goodness, pretty cool stuff. I like the way it's flavored. I think it's really unique, and mechanically it's not the worst either. That being said, I'm gonna kind of note the controversy here. The controversy is whether or not the target knows they've been marked. I would say not, for a couple reasons. Firstly, you mark it as your quarry, implying that this is some kind of a magical spell that affects both you and the target, not exclusively the target. Secondly, Wizards is really good in 5e for letting you know when a creature knows it's been affected. The Friends cantrip is a great example of that. It literally says it in the spell. In this case, it doesn't say. So personally, I'm going to rule on the side of they don't know. Your DM might disagree, and I go with whatever their ruling is, but as written, I think I can make a stronger case for them not knowing. It is pretty cool stuff, though. That being said, let's move on to some alternative uses. The alternative uses would be about the same as they were for Hex, and it's because the spells function almost identically the same. Things like gladiatorial combat would greatly benefit this, so any form of competition, just because you don't have to maintain that 90 feet, and it can last for 24 hours. I suppose, as well, a DM could also use this to have a NPC follow and track down a particular enemy for various story and plot related reasons. So there is that too. Yeah, I really do like this. I think there's a lot of flavor here. Is it overpowered and broken? Not overly, no, I don't think so at least. But does it have a lot of good flavor to it, and is it useful still? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. That being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. I really enjoy hearing from you, so if you have any ideas, cool uses, or any thoughts, comments, or concerns, please put it down in the comments below. I really do appreciate it. That being said, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, happy casting.